All right, aloha everybody, and welcome to today's Tricep Dip Challenge. I want to start things off, as we always do, with a big mahalo to today's sponsors, or a sponsor, the Servco Foundation. They are doing a whole lot to help keep all of these virtual activities running and to help keep all of you healthy and fit during the COVID-19 pandemic. All right, so like last week, instead of having a video demo, I'm going to demo them live. So again, just like this, we'll go down and back up for the standard version using our arms for most of the movement. And then for the modified version, still using our arms to do most of the hard work, but our legs will help kind of keep us propped up. We'll go down and back up, and down and back up. Cool. And we're going to try to do that as many times as we can in 30 seconds. All right? Does everybody understand for the most part? Can I get a thumbs up? Awesome. Lots of thumbs up. Happy to see it. Let's go ahead and start our warm up. Let me share back again. Woo. Cool.
Okay, so now let's get warmed up for our fitness check. First thing are our washing machines. Put your arms out from your body and we're going to twist side to side 10 times. And bring our shoulders so perpendicular to our hips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right. Next, window. Check out our shoulder joint. And what we're going to do is be bringing our arms all the way up and back and make sure that our elbows reach our ears. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to want to do this 10 times. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Now the other arm. 1,
Oops.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Next, we're going to do our lower body. So we're going to do flamingos. We're going to want to bring our knees up and hold them one at a time while balancing on the other leg. And so stretch out kind of the back part of our butts. So bring your knee up and balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Now we're going to do the other side. Bring your knee up and then balance. It's going to be hard, but try to keep it in. If you can, you're going to want to find a wall or something that you can lean on to help prop yourself up before you go on. All right? So bring your knee up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Next, we're going to do kind of the same thing, but by bringing our feet back and balancing. So grab your ankle and then balance and hold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should really feel this through the front of your leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Now let's switch to the other side. 1, and 10. Good. All right. Now we're kind of all limbered up, and let's get into our fitness challenge. Okay.
Oops. I skipped a little bit. Okay. Now, as usual, I will give you all a 5-second warning to start, and then we'll do the challenge for 30 seconds, and then I will give you a 5-second countdown for when we'll be ending each round. We'll have a little bit of a break between each round, and I want you all to try to count as many as you did in each round and do better every single time, all right? It's going to be hard because we're going to get tired by the third round, but I know you all have it in you, and I know you can all do it. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Awesome. Great form, Ho'opio. Good job. It's a new movement. We're all doing great. Keep going, Chantel. You got this. Awesome. Great job, Melanie. Good job, Kamalani. Woo, way to go, Wade. All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Woo, you all did great with that. I know this was a new movement. It was a challenge we haven't really done that much. I'm really proud of everything I saw. I loved how all of you were controlling your form and not doing it too fast, right? Form is important. Okay, now 5, 4, get ready for the next round. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! Way to go, Kalima. Come on, Alice, you got this. I know you do. Good job. Great job, Christina. Great form. Keep going, we're almost done. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Awesome job, everybody. How many of you did better the second round than the first round? Show of hands, yeah? Good job. If you didn't, let's go ahead and let's power through and let's try to make round 3 our best round yet, right? Yeah. Okay, now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, Nicole. I know you got this. That's great form. Great job on the standard version. Loving it. Great job, Ian. I know you can do it without bending those legs. Yeah, it makes it harder, but it's all worth it. Great job, Ed. Awesome job. All right. Way to go, Ryan. Good form. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Awesome. How many of you did best on your third round? All right. How many of you did best on your second round? Cool. Anyone do best on their first round? Nice. Good job. Okay. All right. Now we are going to jump in and transition to our demo of next week's challenge. So again, this is next week's challenge, and what is special about this challenge is that you may notice it is one of the events for our Spring Fitness Classic, all right? So we are going to show you a brief demo of this event. It's the same demo you'll find on our website, and we saw during the coaches clinic if your coach went to that. This is what we'll use to teach it, and you may notice someone that you know that could be here demonstrating these exercises for us. All right.
For level 1, or standard side-to-side hops, stand upright with your feet hip-width apart. Hop or jump laterally to the side with both feet over a line on the floor. Land with both feet and then hop back over the same line. Do as many jumps as possible in 60 seconds. The line must be 1 inch wide. 1 inch tape is recommended. For a rep count, the hop must be from both feet and must clear the 1 inch line on the floor. They cannot land on the line for the hop to count. Both feet must come off the ground at the same time. Please note the time has been increased to 60 seconds for this event. The athlete will have 60 seconds to complete as many side-to-side hops or side-to-side steps as possible.
Awesome. So again, that was the level 1, so the standard version. So here is the modified version.
For the level 2, or modified side-to-side hop, called the side-to-side step, stand upright with your feet hip-width apart. Step laterally to the side over a line on the floor. Once both feet are over the line and touching the ground, step back over the same line, starting with the opposite foot. Do as many steps as possible in 60 seconds. The line must be 1 inch wide. 1 inch tape is recommended.
Awesome. So hopefully all of you are ready for that next week. Moving forward over the next month or so, until we get through our fitness classic, our spring fitness classic, all of our fitness challenges will be related to the fitness classic, all right? So they're going to help all of you get a little bit more practice and get a little bit more ready to compete. And it'll kind of hopefully work along with your regular practices. Awesome. Now we have a health talk this week. Woohoo! I had plenty of time to be able to make one, we'll say. So today we are going to talk again a little bit about sugar. I know we've talked about it before, but I just wanted to give you some quick, fast pointers, all right? This will help us to stay as fit and healthy as we can as we get ready for competition. And these are some good takeaway lessons for the rest of our lives. Okay, so what is sugar? Anyone want to throw into the chat and tell me what they think sugar is? Give me an example. Or just... Come on, I know y'all got some answers. All right, so Ryan is saying candy and soda. Those are things that have sugar. Ian says not very good for your body. We'll touch on that in a little bit. Not quite right, but I like what you're saying. Ho'opio. Something that's a part of us, good and bad. He's very right about that. Sugar is an integral part of our body. Ooh, and Cody... coming in with the answer of the day, we'll say glucose. Yes, sugar is glucose, especially for the way that we will be talking about it in this chat. Great job. Thank you so much there, Cody. All right, so sugar is a type of carbohydrate. There are other types of carbohydrates, and those include starch and fiber. But sugar is most commonly known as glucose. In our bodies, when our bodies make it, it's something called glycogen, but we don't really need to know that. What we do need to know is that it is the fastest acting carb. So it gets to our bodies faster than any other energy source, right? And that's part of what makes it so useful and also part of what makes it so dangerous, right? So this means that sugar gives our body energy faster than anything else. And that's why it's in things like Gatorade and sports drinks, because athletes need energy fast, right? they do a whole lot of things, and they need to replace their energy. And I see someone raising their hand, so I will take this second to pause and go ahead, Joanne. Oh, you're still muted. Oh, you're good? You're okay? All right. Okay. All right, then we will move on. And again, if you have questions, I do encourage all of you to raise your hand using the app, right? Okay, so is sugar bad? I think our great Ho'opio already answered this one for us. The answer is not very easy, but I like to say that sugar is not at all bad in moderation, right? So if we moderate how much sugar we eat, we don't eat too much, it's okay. And it's a very necessary part of our lives and part of our bodies, right? Okay, and it's necessary because we need it to function. We need sugar so much that our bodies actually make their own sugar, right? Our bodies will take the sugar that we eat and we consume, and they will turn it into glycogen, which I mentioned earlier. And that glycogen is how our bodies utilize the sugar. It's our bodies break down the sugar or the carbs that we eat, turn it into glycogen, and then use it to move our muscles, to help give us energy to do things, get our heart beating. It does all of these great things for us. And so we definitely need sugar. And we can't call sugar bad. But just like anything, even water, if we have too much, it can hurt us, right? Because our bodies can make their own sugar, we actually need very, very little extra sugar in our diets, right? Oops. And did you know that we can live perfectly healthy lives without ever even eating refined sugar like candy or cake? That's because there are these things that we usually call natural sugars. And those natural sugars do a really, really great job of giving us all the fuel we need. So we actually need very little, if any at all, extra sugar added to anything. So does anyone want to give me an example of a place they might find some extra sugar? That added sugar that we don't really need very much of at all? I see someone over here angling that maybe has something to contribute.
Me?
Yep.
Hi, Walker. You want me to?
Yeah, why not? How are you, Denise? Thank you for guest starring.
I'm good. So the question is, what is added sugar? Or what?
Yeah, where can we find some added sugar?
Added sugar could be in creamers. It could be in processed foods. It could be in chips and cookies, and even your cereal that you eat. So there's a variety of things that have added sugar in it, and even the fruit drinks that you have, whether it's fruit juice or some of those, all have added sugars in them as well.
Awesome. Perfect answer. Thank you so much for that, Denise. Yes, Denise is 100% right about that. In fact, just like she mentions, our fruit drinks and stuff like that sometimes can look really healthy. But if you actually read the label, which we'll get to next, I think, they might not be as healthy as the advertising would lead you to believe. So, how much is too much sugar, and how can we find out? Well, most doctors and governments suggest no more than 12 to 20 grams of added sugar. Remember, we're talking about the extra stuff they add just to make things taste good, be eaten in a single day, and that's really not very much. it can be very easy to eat more than this with just a single piece of candy or a single soda. And that is why these items are considered treats. We're not saying that you should never have them. We're just saying have them in moderation and only have them every once in a while, right? So how do we know how much sugar we're eating? Well, we read the nutrition labels. A nutrition label will tell you how much sugar is in the food you eat. And the easiest way to avoid added sugar is to eat natural foods that don't even have a nutrition label because they don't come in a package, right? Those are your bananas, your apples, your steak, things like that. Things that have their own wrapper, so to speak, or nature's wrapper, right? So you peel a banana, that has its own wrapper. You'll look over here. Here's an example of a nutrition label. It's a bit of an older one. Most nutrition labels have underneath the carbohydrates right here, also sugar, also added sugar, and I have an example of that in the next slide. So here you see how much sugar is in this item, and then it also says how much added sugar right below that. So most nutrition labels will look something like this. And if you're ever curious about how much sugar is in something, just flip the box around, look at the back, and that'll let you know. And remember, you want to try to go for as little added sugar as possible. That's your best bet. Awesome. Now, as always, if you have any health questions, bingo questions, or virtual and state fit questions, please email me, Walker. My email is ha@sohawaii.org. I promise I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Awesome. And we will see all of you tomorrow, hopefully, for yoga with Erica. The ID for that is 815-3406-5939. And that's Wednesday, February 24th at our very special time. Remember, we like to do our yoga earlier, and that's at 10 a.m. If you can't make it, that's okay. We'll record it. We'll post it on YouTube, but I want to see as many of your smiling faces as I possibly can. Woo! All right, now, please enjoy your talk story time.